Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, LifeVantage Sales Manager, Colton Smith.
LifeVantage, are we feeling pretty good? All right, all 13 of you. How about the other 6,500? Are you feeling pretty good today? Absolutely. And I can't even believe it, but this is our last session here at this convention. So again, I hope you are energized. I hope you are ready to take an absolute grundle of notes. I just discovered that's a word. I hope you're all ready to do that because we have a lot of absolutely amazing and exciting things lined up for you. First and foremost, however, I did bring up a little cheat sheet for myself, and I'm going to start off. Do we have anyone here that enjoys Axio? Where are you at? Raise your hands. Who here enjoys Axio? Okay, perfect. Everyone that has your hand up, can you do me a favor? Can you reach into your pocket and pull out your cell phone, okay? And this is what I need you to do. I need you to text us your favorite flavor of Axio Energy and Axio Endure. As you can see right up here, you are going to vote for your favorite of each one of those categories. Either A, dragon fruit, sour cherry, or green grape, one of those threes, and then B, either grapefruit or red raspberry. Now, I'm asking you to do this right now on your cell phone. Do not hesitate because we are going to announce those results ASAP. So get out and do that. Now, another favor, while you have your cell phones out, I need you, if you haven't already done so, to jump on to LifeVantage.com and get registered for a very special event that we're going to be doing in February. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Our Elite Academy. Who's going to Elite Academy? Who's already registered? All right, so again, the other 6,500 of you, right when you're done voting for Axio, jump on there, register now. Our hotel blocks are available now, so jump on that bright and early. The sooner, absolutely, the better. And last but certainly not least here, this evening at 6 p.m. after general session, 6 p.m. after general session, we are going to be having our LifeVantage Spanish meeting in room 232 again. Room 232 at 6 p.m. Así que para los que hablan español, por favor que vayan a las 6 de la noche a 2:32. Ojalá que me entiendan. ¿Está bien? Okay. There we go. Now, put away my cheat sheet. I don't need it. An announcement by my very good friend, Mr. Geraldo Dorelli. He kind of spilled the beans about a very special day for me on Thursday, this past Thursday. As many of you already know, I, roughly 1 year ago, enrolled a very important person into my life as my business partner. And she's been absolutely wonderful. I hit my 1-year anniversary. It's been totally awesome. And I've had a lot of people come up to me and say, hey, are you really okay? Like, is she honestly okay with you being out here? And second of all, is your wife even real? And I'm here to just set the record straight, absolutely. And I'm gonna go ahead and put up a picture of my wife. Here she is. We are partners in crime. I mean, we go way back, and we've had our tough times, but you know, we've always been able to push. That's not funny. That is not funny. Absolutely not. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, and now someone's putting an angel onto the screen. That's really funny. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, the words you're looking for are yowza. Cool story about my wife. You know, we didn't get engaged the typical way. She decided to mix it up a little bit, and she actually proposed to me. So there we are, right when we got engaged, and I was so excited. It was absolutely amazing. So it's been a fun ride. Now, one final thing. I know that a lot of you have heard about what we're doing with LifeVantage Legacy. And so without further ado, I want to hurry before I wrap up here and invite, again, up to the stage, our very own Michelle Olborn. She's got some very, very cool information that she's going to be sharing with us. So Michelle, come on up.
So we've had a lot of interest in coming on our service trip over the New Year's holiday. And so we are still looking for donations, so please make sure you go to the store and you make some donations today. All of the money from today will go directly to the building materials to be used on the service trip. But I have here with me a few people who have been working really hard the last few days to earn some money for LifeVantage Legacy. So why don't you tell us what you've been doing?
I've been doing a bunch of card tricks in the hall and raising money for the charity Operation Smiles, I think it is, and we raised $313.69.
Can you believe that? So, and were these guys were your helpers, right?
Yeah, this is my sister Madison, and that's Savannah Marquis, and this is our good friend Isabella.
So why don't you show us how you've been earning this money? Everyone see it?
See that? Okay, someone place this. Take this and place it in there. Take her.
Fun.
Whoa.
Can you believe that? So thank you to everyone who's supporting these kids and what they've been doing and the money that they've been raising. Oh!
Unannounced. All right, guys. Well, first of all, high five. High five. They stopped me out in the hall, and I said, guys, all I have is my hotel key. I apologize. How much did you earn? Or how much did you make?
Like, when you...
Money. How much money?
$313.
So $313. And I just wanted to say, since I missed you, I will double whatever you have. And I would challenge each of the 10s and 9s to help me double that, and 8s. Who else will help me double that? Stand up if you'll help me double it. All right, big hand for the 10s. What about the 9s? Where are the 9s at? Oh, here we got money right here. Thank you. Thank you. To double it, go to the store.
Go to the store or the Legacy booth if you don't want to wait in line. Thank you so much for your generosity.
Awesome. Huge round of applause, please, for our for future Pro 10s right here. Again, get out there, donate. Is going to be awesome now. I need all of you to do me one final favor before I get off the stage. I know you're sick of me. I need everyone to hold up what they're going to be taking notes with today. Hold it up, whether it's a notepad, whether it's a tablet, your phone, whatever it might be, and then hold up the bottle of aspirin that you're going to be taking from all the writer's cramp that you're going to have while you're taking all your notes, because we want to make sure that you fill up every single ounce of space that you possibly can, because again, this is going to be an absolutely amazing session. So with that, let's have fun, LifeVantage. Enjoy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage LifeVantage Senior Vice President of Research and Development, Natalie Shepard.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I can't remember how to say good afternoon. So, don't worry, the green grape, huckleberry green grape will not disappear. However, you can see that people like other flavor better. But so, we'll keep the green grape and we'll have probably the dragon fruit based on the bowl. Okay. So other than that, I am done with my presentation. Thank you very much. I had to rush through it. I apologize. Thank you for your attention.
Free radicals are naturally occurring molecules that can cause serious damage in your body. If free radicals are allowed to overwhelm your body's ability to fight them, they can adversely alter lipids, proteins, and DNA, triggering a number of health concerns. Fortunately, scientists have made a remarkable breakthrough that promises to give your body a natural aid in the fight against free radicals. It's called NRF2 activation. And according to researchers, it's a powerful process that stimulates antioxidant production and can wake up your body's ability to stay healthy. Understanding NRF2 activation begins with understanding how oxidative stress caused by free radicals affects your body. Free radicals are a natural result of your body's metabolic processes. Under normal circumstances, your body also produces antioxidants, which neutralize free radicals and limit the damage they can do to your cells. It's a bit like having a factory in your cells that produces enough antioxidants to keep the free radicals under control. But exposure to X-rays, ozone, cigarette smoke, inflammation, air pollution, industrial chemicals, and even exercise can overwhelm the body's natural responses to free radicals, allowing them to wreak havoc on your cells and your health. Over time, the damage to your cells and DNA turns off the power in the cell's factory, reducing our ability to create antioxidants and leaving us vulnerable to premature aging and health concerns. Fortunately, science has given us the ability to turn the power back on. NRF2 activation. NRF2 is a protein messenger that binds itself to DNA and is a master regulator of the body's aging process. Through the study of nutrigenomics, scientists have discovered that certain phytochemicals found naturally in foods turn on our ability to create antioxidants to combat aging and preserve health. Protandem is specially formulated with an optimal blend of these phytochemicals found in foods like turmeric and green tea. This patented blend is formulated to turn on the NRF2 biochemical switch that creates and releases the antioxidants your body needs to fight free radicals. And what do scientists say about NRF2 activation? In just the last 10 years, researchers have published more than 500 studies about the power of NRF2 to activate your body's natural response to free radicals. One recent peer-reviewed study from Washington State University calls NRF2 activation one of the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthroughs in the history of medicine. For more than a decade, LifeVantage has been a leader in developing effective natural NRF2 activation supplements like Protandem. We're excited to share the power of this breakthrough to create a healthier life for you and your loved ones for years to come. LifeVantage, activated by science, inspired by life.
Please welcome to the stage, LifeVantage Sales Director, Geraldo Durrell.
Dr. Fifi, such a cool lady. All right, I think she's probably the coolest scientist I've ever met. I haven't met too many scientists. The only other one was Dr. McCord, and all I remember is that I would let him borrow my pens and he would never give them back. Dr. Fifi and I get to hang out at the office. I run ideas by her, she runs ideas by me, and I actually understand what the heck she's saying. And so we get along really well. Can you help me one more time? She did an amazing job. Can you give her a big round of applause? So I have a question. Who's downloaded the new app already? You guys enjoyed it? Yeah? For those of you that haven't downloaded it, do it. I was back there even, and I was tapping that app, and I just love how easy it is to handle and how it works. I'm a technology guy as well, Darren, and so I love what we have now for all of you. We've reached a point, I gotta tell you, by the way, that was for you, Gary Stern. We're already Gary Stern. I am so excited for this next part, everyone. I'm gonna just throw something out there real quick. For those new people that are here, for those of you that might be looking at our company right now, I just want to throw something out there. I've been part of this company, and I have to tell you, I've seen amazing growth in this company. I've seen people completely transform who they are. And I just want to ask all of you a question by raise of hand. And I want those of you that are looking at our company right now to just look around. Who here who's a part of LifeVantage, you feel you're a better person today than when you first started at LifeVantage? Raise your hand. Take a look. I've had the opportunity to get to know the individuals that are backstage right now. And I can't tell you how excited I am for what's in store for all of you. We've been able to have conversations in the back, and I'm telling you, I'm giving you a heads up that you're gonna be blown away with the caliber of people that we have attracted to LifeVantage. And we have our newest elite distributors, some of our newest elite distributors, new elite Pro 8s as well. And I wanna go ahead, if you can help me, with the biggest cheer, the biggest round of applause, I wanna invite our elite panel for Global Convention. Big round of applause, please. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Okay. We're going to kick off the First question, as always, we want to keep it short and sweet, but real simple. What's your name? Where are you from? And what did you do before LifeVantage? And Sherry can kick us off. Sorry to give your name.
My name is Sherry Hollenbach. I'm from Gillette, Wyoming, and prior to LifeVantage, I was involved with law enforcement, and I had a question academy.
Hello, LifeVantage. I'm Christina Godoy from Sacramento, California. I'm currently a TV news reporter for the major Spanish TV station in the country, network station. I've been doing broadcasting for the last 20 years. I've been with LifeVantage for 3 years. I think my best role over everything is just being a mom of 2 amazing little boys.
All right. Hi, LifeVantage. My name is Brian Highfield, and I come from Cleveland, Ohio. Prior to LifeVantage, I'm a computer engineer for 20 years and also a volleyball coach.
Annie Mae Byler from Montfordville, Kentucky, and prior to this, a stay-at-home mom to 9 children.
Montfordville, Kentucky, and interior woodworker and custom cabinets.
Ruth Ann Nettleton from Lake City, Florida. I am presently a PA of 30 years as a physician assistant. I started out with doing heart surgery, doing bypasses with the surgeon who did the first heart transplant at the University of Florida. And from there, did some emergency room, and then went to Alaska and did alternative medicine, which I loved. And then returned back to Florida and did some first assisting in multiple different kinds of surgeries, including brains, backs, babies, bellies, you name it. If the surgeon needed it, we were there to first assist. And now I presently own my own businesses in a cosmetic dermatology practice, and I also do radiofrequency ablation of varicose veins.
Hi, LifeVantage. I am from Somerset, Pennsylvania, and I'm excited to be here. I was a professional leather crafter before I started training horses, and that's been a privilege for me, but this is also a wonderful thing to be into, so excited to be here.
My name's Amy Homewood. I'm from Bethesda, Maryland. I still own an insurance firm with my husband. I've been in the life insurance industry for 25 years and been doing estate planning and family wealth accumulation and transfer for high net worth families around the United States. And now I'm a professional network marketer.
Awesome. Well, we got a little bit of background on our panelists, and we're going to go ahead and move over to Ben. We can move the microphone over to Ben, and we're going to get started. Ben, from a young age, you had to step into a leadership role in your family. How do you think that experience molded you into becoming a leader in LifeVantage?
Okay, so when I was 16 years old, we lost our father. And there was a family of us, 8 children, and my mom. So I was currently working away, and so I had to step it up a little bit. I had to take leadership. I had to work to support our family in construction. I was manual labor, doing everything I could to support our family, and I was always dreaming for something better, something that would that could support us, and so wouldn't have as many worries as there were tough times. So thank God for LifeVantage.
The microphone over to Ruth Ann. Ruth Ann, how do you stay motivated when your team does not take off or a developed leg stops working?
Well, when I started LifeVantage, I was so excited about a product that could actually affect the aging process that I went to work very quickly, and I told my patients, I told my friends. I just couldn't stop talking about it, and my business grew very quickly, and I developed a leg that was approximately Pro 5 level, and for some odd reason, even to this day, I don't know why, all of a sudden, it just dropped out. And going into this, I knew that 70% of the people that I enrolled as distributors may never, ever even open their or may just use their product and not develop a business at all. So when this leg fell out, I thought, well, at least they got me to the level where I believe I was a Pro 4, and I just decided that it didn't matter. I would just go find more people, because for them, this was such an incredible opportunity, and because maybe they got a couple no's, or they had to work too hard, or maybe it was making them sacrifice, that they would not keep working on this. So I just went out and I found more people, and I developed another leg.
Awesome. Move the mic over to Christina. So Christina, you and I have worked together since you first started at LifeVantage. I've seen the growth that you've had in your business, in your organization. You've attracted some amazing leaders. Do you think leadership, are people born leaders, or can they be made?
Definitely both. I think some parents are smart enough to teach their kids to be leaders since very early age, to let them take decisions, respect their decisions, to teach them right from wrong and let them explore. But we can develop into leaders as well. So to me, it made a lot of sense, even though I'd never been in network marketing before, that if I was going to start a business where the future of my kids was going to be related to the kind of people that are attracted to the business, I was going to find a foundation of very strong leaders. So I went out and I understood that to attract strong leaders, I had to be strong. I had to be the leader. I have to show, have to walk the walk, and talk the talk. So I found them through a lot of knee work, release work, and open arms work. I pray a lot, I give to God, and I open my arms to receive. So I'm blessed to have such an amazing group of leaders in my organization, and that we have duplicated the leadership through many levels of our organization, where they keep duplicating what we've been teaching them in order for us to grow. We sometimes feel that it's easier to go with people that are going to tell us yes, instead of challenging ourselves and going for people that may tell us no, but they may have talents that we don't. Like in my case, I'm a very introverted. I don't have that big of a social life, but I knew my friends were, they had way more than what I had, so I made up my faults, my strengths, and I went to look for smarter, cuter, hotter, people with more contacts than me.
Thank you. Joel, next question's for you. Since 2009, you've owned your own farm. How did LifeVantage come to you at the right time, and why did you say yes?
Well, for a lot of reasons. I had some serious health issues. In fact, last February of last year, the doctors gave me 18 months to live. I was taking 28 different pills twice a day, and I'm happy to say I'm only taking 1 pill a day now. Can you guess what So LifeVantage has changed my life. It has changed my family's life in many ways. Another thing that it has drastically improved our life in is last December, we were within 3 months of bankruptcy. We were almost losing my farm. I'm happily married, we have 5 children, and that was the first thing that came to my mind, was my family. What will they do? I took a serious look at LifeVantage, what they have to offer. I mean, they have tremendous products, tremendous science. It's there. I took a look at the opportunity. I signed up my first distributor in December of last year. And you know, I feel like a big combine that's just going out there and harvesting oats. I just can't quit. I'm having a ton of fun.
It's Amy's turn. So you haven't had a network marketing experience before, you've worked in insurance. Why did you say yes to LifeVantage?
Why not say yes to LifeVantage? This is amazing. Are there any pioneers out there? People that like to pave new trails and be a part of something bigger than yourself. And I'm from a family of pioneers, and I actually have, because in the insurance industry, they do all these psychological tests, and I'm a pioneer. And so when I saw LifeVantage, Marcy Steiner shared it with me 3 years ago, and I swear the hair on my arm stood up, and I didn't even let her finish. She said, no, wait, I've got to tell you this whole story, because we had just started the business. Let me read this whole script from Carrie Dickey. And I said, I don't want to hear the script right now, I gotta go, but sign me up. And I could see being a pioneer of Nerf 2 technologies and being an ambassador of Nerf 2. So and anyone can share this story. We are all ambassadors of a new scientific breakthrough that if you really understood what was going on, and I've been fortunate to be able to go to some anti-aging conferences and listen to some of the science that's evolving. And we know the first Nerf 2 symposium took place this year in January of the leading minds over the last 20 years that finally got together for the first time. You think we're pioneering something? So, and we're also pioneering human transformation. Because there was a little seed inside of me. My father got me into the insurance business, and then he died in 1994. I worked with him for 7 years. And I had to take that business over, and it wasn't my heart's desire. It wasn't what I thought was my purpose on the planet, but I had a responsibility. And there were a lot of problems at that time. But the transformation that is happening in the lives of all of the people that I've met, and the transformation that is happening because of all of you, is remarkable, and I am so blessed and humbled to meet people like Joel and everyone involved in this company. You guys, this is a very special place, so don't take it lightly. This is history we're making together, and there are very few places in the world where you can be yourself. And why LifeVantage? Because I used to have to wear a monkey suit to all my conservative insurance clients, and now I can dress however I want to, which is kind of fun. I just want everyone to believe that this is true and that you can do it and that we're all here to help you, we're all here together. And I'm so open to helping everybody in cross-line, sideline, upline, everywhere, because we are going to grow together to be, I tell our team, I'm a little seed, it's a great sequoia, and we're deeply planting our roots into the earth right now. And it takes 400 years to build one of these trees. So we are part of a great forest that will shine and will be the greatest example to our families for future generations to come, and that we're going to do this together. So I love you guys.
Okay, Brian, you're up. So before LifeVantage, you were already successful in your career. You know, as a successful engineer, you had your own sport, your business owner in the sports business. Why did you say LifeVantage? Say yes to LifeVantage?
I had no idea why I said yes in the beginning. I really didn't. A friend of mine texted me and said, "Hey, watch this video." And I watched it, and then I watched it again, and then he kept calling me, kept calling me, kept calling me. And I knew nothing about network marketing and never done it before, and he finally got me on the phone and said, that closing question, are you going to do this or what? And I'm like, I don't know. And we talk about that 5 seconds of decision, and I could have gone either way, and in my head, and I remember this decision like it was yesterday. I'm thinking, okay, he's going to understand if I say, I've already got enough projects, I don't need another one, he'll get that. But then I thought, wait a minute, hey, we got something very unique here. This company's just getting started, and I didn't want to miss out. We talked about that fear of missing out, and I had a lot of fear. I didn't want to miss this. So I said yes. I said, I'll do it. I had no idea what I was doing. Didn't know network marketing. I didn't know concepts like residual income. I'd never met anybody in the business even, and I didn't know how we got paid. I seriously thought we bought bottles of Britannia for $40 and we sold them for $50. That's how I thought we made money. And so you can tell how ignorant I was at the time, but I became a student of the industry. I learned network marketing, and I got to understand residual income and concepts like time freedom. And I looked at the paradigm I was living in as an engineer and going to that prison, I mean the cubicle farm that I worked in. And it's such a toxic environment there because the office politics, people wanting my job, me wanting my boss job, my boss holding me back. You guys relate to that, right? And that's the environment I was in, and this just took all that and turned it on its head. I felt like I was being pulled out of the Matrix. I felt like Morpheus was offering me that blue pill or red pill, but instead I got a yellow pill. And it just opened my eyes to everything, and I didn't know why. And so we got to work, we started building a team, and we thought we knew why we were doing this. We do it with my wife, Holly, and we work it as a business together. And we said, okay, we're gonna start a family someday. We want to be able to raise our own kids. And so we thought that's why we're doing this. And no joke, we turned Pro 7 last month. Thank you. Within 1 week, no joke, within a week, you know, I'm visualizing how I'm going to fire my boss, okay? It's all going through my head. I'm like, you know what? He lives in a different city. I'm gonna fly there, I'm gonna take my work computer, my work phone, and I'm gonna sit there in front of them, give it all back, and say, you know what, I'm sorry, I've gotta let you go. This is just in my head, guys. I'm just visualizing this, and I was gonna class it up. I'm gonna put a GoPro camera on my head. I want this on film, because I'm gonna show y'all, right? But no joke, right after I'm visualizing this, my boss calls me and said, Brian, we're kind of having a rough year. You probably want to dust up your resume. You probably want to get that ready. And you probably want to start applying for some internal positions. It doesn't look good. And I'm like, no, it's not how it's supposed to happen. It's not how I visualize this happening. But that story's still playing out. But you guys think I'm really going to dust off my resume or try to apply for an internal position? You think I lost sleep from that or have the anxiety that most people would have being put in that same situation? No. I dug the well before I was thirsty, and now I understand why I said yes to this business.
Different ideas to help you fire your boss, Brian. All right, Sherry, your turn. Let's suppose someone is just getting started, brand new person. How are you going to go in and just help them get their kickstart?
First of all, what I'd like to say is the only reason why I've had any type of understanding in this business is because of the mentorship I've had in this and being able to be coachable. The mentorship from my parents, from Mike and Sandra, from my business parents, Marcel and Everett, my business mom, Marilyn, my business brothers, Clint and Tony, and just listening what they told me. And as far as with getting people started, what I always found out is if I have more influence over someone if I find out what they want first before I start directing them. So my very first question is whenever someone gets started is I say, how fast do you want to start making money? And generally they say right now. So at that time what I do is I tell them jump in my car. Then we start driving and I tell them to go and pull out their phone and start writing down some names they have on their phone. And now while they're doing this, what I'm also doing is I'm pulling out my phone. I have a website called peoplefinders.com. And for those of you that don't know what it is, it's incredible. It's basically, you can type in anyone's phone number, anyone's name, and find out all their information about them, all their addresses, all their emails, all their phone numbers, everything that distributor brand new, something gets amnesia about once you start asking to make some phone calls. So you just prevent the whole discussion. So while they're writing down the names on their list, what I do is I take the first name, put it into my people finders, get their address, GPS that, start driving to their house while they're still writing down names. Next thing you know, we're sitting in front of their first prospect's house. Now what this does is completely eliminate any of the problems with learning how to make a phone call or what to say to this person or that person, all these objections you have, it eliminates because we're showing in front of that person's house. And so then all these fears come up, all these fears that everyone has as far as like fear of rejection, fear of what they're gonna say, fear of death. But at that time I tell them, all you gotta do is just introduce me. So I jump out of the car, start walking towards the house. They generally follow. And they introduce me, we lay down the meeting. And see, as the meeting is going on, by the time we're done, they experience something. They experience the fact that they actually survived the event, they didn't die. And once they do that, then they start to believe more that this thing's actually going to be working. They start to understand that this might be something they can do. And so before they can even start reconsidering again, we're back in the car, GPS in the next address, and going to the meeting after meeting after meeting, door to door to door to all the people that already had on our list. So by the time we're done for the day, we've already done 8-10 meetings, already signed up a couple people. Do you think that that new distributor has a little bit more confidence in this business? Now at that time, I've just done two things. Once, I've developed confidence in that new person, but two, I've also developed another level for me. I would take that any day over sitting down and writing out a database, learning how to make phone calls, practicing. See, there's a lot of times where people want to read about how to build this industry, and that's not really my personality. So reading about how to work this industry, I like to go out there and actually work it and make it happen. And what I found is, if a person is waiting for someone to start, once someone gets signed, if a person is waiting for someone to start making phone calls and setting everything up perfectly for you just to walk in and start helping them do meetings, you're giving the control to that person. What I found out is that doesn't happen. People don't just sign up most times and just have meetings set up. But what I do know is I'm in control if I'm the one directing them to everyone's houses, if I'm the one directing to make the meetings happen. And see, what happens during this is, every new prospect you sign into the business, they're a window to thousands of new prospects. Why would you ever give that potential list of contacts? Why would you ever give the control of that? Why would you ever leave that in someone else's hands? Does that make sense?
I think I know you were a police officer before. They're always after me. So, good thing you're an elite distributor. Fannie Mae, now it's your turn. Be Fannie Mae Bible. So you reached Elite Pro 8 in under a year and a half with minimum, very little use of technology that we're all so used to. How do you introduce and train people as they come into LifeVantage on your team?
It's actually really not that much different than everybody else, because truthfully, this is a person-to-person networking, getting the word out there. It might be more time-consuming because you really have to sit down and, honestly, in my own opinion, it's more personable sitting down with that person or being on the phone with them and explaining things in depth. You don't have to, I mean, obviously it's easier if you have the technology and you're able to show them the video, because we get to do both ways sometimes, but truthfully, I've been listening the last 2 days about the new app, and obviously probably 90% of our team, that's not even going to be an excitement to them, which I'm excited for the ones who has, usage of that. But the biggest thing I want to say is if you guys have been waiting for more technology or more apps or more whatever to grow your business, you're probably finding excuses. Get yourself out of the way, because what it boils down to, if you're waiting for that app, and that's what you've been waiting for to get more organized or whatever, you're still going to have to go out there and find those people that need to say yes to you. And if you've been waiting on that app, there's going to be another excuse after this app is now in process and it's being used. There's going to be another excuse that you're going to find not to do this business. I'm just here to tell you it's doable. We've done it, a lot of it by phone or hiring a driver. It's not easy. There's a lot of things that have complications. A trip to Tennessee for us to support our team there is a $200 to $300 trip. It's not getting in the car and just spending gas money. So I just want to say to you guys, it's doable. If you are serious about this and it changes lives every day, if you were to take all the money away from this, I could never ever stop sharing this product, because these products are a blessing. We get to see some of these miracle stories every day that people have shared because of what these products have done. And, I believe every single person in here can make it and take it to the top. And if you get to where we are, at one point there was no light at the end of the tunnel. And now it's like Christmas every time on the 15th of the month.
Awesome. Well, I just looked at the clock and realized that time has flown super quick. So, what we're going to do at this moment, because we have all of you here, we have just under 10 minutes to go through. What we're going to do is, we have a lot of new people out here in the crowd. They're here for the very first time. They're trying to see how this is going to work for them. Can you just share briefly, I'd say in a minute, what's something that you know now that you wish you would have known when you first got started? We can go ahead and let's get started over with Amy, and we'll work our way down.
Definitely expand your belief, because this journey is a learning process. But the sooner that you can plug in to how big this is and to seize the moment, my dad used to say moments of opportunity are rare and they come unannounced. And the difference between successful people and average people are that successful people seize the opportunity when it's presented to them, and they, even if it doesn't make any sense, they have the courage to move forward. And we need to be moving forward now. So this opportunity is here right now, as Carrie said. It's I don't know, it's go time or whatever she said. Oh, last call, which I know I like to party a little bit. Last call, guys. This is it, and. Just go out and use all the resources that are here. Everyone's here to help you, but we have to go to work, and the sacrifice that you're going to make is going to be so worth it. You're going to grow as a human being. You're going to change your friends and your family. You're going to make your kids be so inspired by what you're doing. Share your stories with your kids. They'll motivate you more. My son called me yesterday, FaceTimed me and said, Mom, I'm building an app for us, for our new business. And I'm like, really? What is that? He said, I'll show you when we get home, but I just went on to GoDaddy and secured the domain name. He's only 15 years old. And so we are inspiring our children, and they can see what we're doing, and the sacrifice is so worth it. We're going to have financial security forever, generations to come, which, by the way, is almost impossible to achieve in this country. So don't take this lightly. Believe bigger, faster, and if you don't believe, grab onto somebody's coattails, and they will be there to help you believe, and they'll show up for you, including me right now. So come say hi to me, and I'll give you my phone.
Wow, that was great. I don't know if I can compete with that. One little tip. There was a professional business person that I was talking to one day. I was trying to explain the compensation plan, the products and everything. And he was like, well, I just invested in a new business. I don't know if I want to do that. I said, well, I'll tell you what I did. I invested $1,200, and 18 months later, that business was worth $1 million. Can you do that? Well, he said, what do you mean it's worth $1 million? And I said, well, think about how much money you'd have to have in the bank to pull interest off of $1 million to get what a Pro 8 makes. He was like, yeah, you're right. So, that's something I've used a couple times, and it does work if you think about it. Where can you find and buy a business for $1,200, have free employees, the employees are our overhead, and make the money we do and help and touch so many people's lives? It is awesome. Thank you, LifeVantage.
LifeVantage 2 years ago, I really got in because my friend told me that I'd probably want to know about this product because I'd been in alternative medicine. And after I saw the science in the video, I was very excited about it. And I asked her how to sell this product. How much do I sell this for? I said. And she said, well, you sell it for $40. And I said, sell it for $40? That just doesn't really seem right. I said, you know, I buy it for $40 and I stock my own shelves and I pay the shipping. How do you make money in this? Because she had really gotten in this just to give it to her family. And I said, something's wrong here. Something's really wrong here because I just don't see it. She said, well, somehow in this business, you make a lot of money. And that's how I started my business. So, several weeks down the road, my good mentor, Betty Lou and Lori Llewellyn, called me to say hello. They didn't know who I was. And they said, we'd like to tell you there's a really good compensation plan with this. And I said, you know, I've done a lot of multi-level marketing, but I'm really not interested in that. I don't care about the money, I'm just all about the science. Well, if I had taken that advice and realized what the compensation plan looked like, I could maybe be a Pro 8. So, I went off, I was at a meeting and heard Donna Deegan speak. And I asked her a lot of medical questions about this product, and everybody I heard speaking just really wasn't medical. So I went off to conference, and they handed out that earnings compensation plan. And I gave one look at that, and I said, oh my goodness, really? 10 people at the top of this company, and they can make 90 to 160 grand a month? Oh my. So what I wish I had done differently is that I had realized how quickly you can grow a business by networking and showing this opportunity to many, many people. It takes off, it grows very quickly. There are a huge amount of people out there that are working and trading time for money. And you know, every time that you have, I mean, I'm a physician assistant, I own my own practice, but every time I get a patient in, when they leave, I'm unemployed. And until that next person comes back in, I can't make any money. And if I don't show up, that wheel quits turning. With this kind of a business, when you're sleeping at night, you're basically making money. So grow it bigger, grow it quicker, don't stop. It's simply a commitment. I made a decision when I saw this that I was never, ever, ever stopping until I got to the top.
For me, I wish I would have believed sooner. And as far as getting out of my comfort zone, I should have maybe went down and practiced on my horses and cows or something. But I totally had crowd fright or stage fright. And the sooner, the more often you do that, the easier it is. And I just wished I would have tried harder, I guess.
What I can just say is sacrifice. Get up every day and just make it your best day. I promise you, anything you can put into this business, it's going to pay off huge. Because if I look at my partner, who's actually, we've been married for 19 years in October, and are able to now bring him home. It's called sacrificing, because I can tell you, we are a very, very close-knit family. I think most of you probably heard we adopted 7 of our children and then gave birth to twin girls after 13 years of marriage. And there's been times where it's been a hard road, but what and being here is a sacrifice, not because we don't want to be here. We absolutely love being at these events. But we're the type of family, we don't do anything without each other. And leaving our children at home, coming to this event, and they had to stay behind because they're in school, is a sacrifice. But what we do know, coming to this event, and what we take back home again, being excited, being ready to dig in again, we know that sacrifice is building a better future for our children. And it took us 2.5 days to get here. We had to drive, and we don't fly. So it took us 2.5 days to get here. It's going to cost us a lot of money to be here, and also to miss our kids. And had to leave already Sunday afternoon. So it's been a long week, but an exciting week, and we know when we get back, the future that looks brighter for the children, our family, and being able to bring not only the partner in our marriage, but also a partner with the LifeVantage business, being able to bring him home and raise the children together. And who can retire at 39? I mean, that's unbelievable. Whatever it takes, whatever that, if you're having a hard day, reach out to one of your team, because it's all about teamwork. You work very, very closely with your team. We do that every single day. And just think of those years you can erase. Maybe bringing the mom or the dad back home. And if I think of the 30 years or something that Ben might still be out there working and still trying to make ends meet, because honestly, nowadays, reality is it takes more than just one paycheck or more than one person working in a family to survive, or else you're going to really be hurting and struggling. So I just want to say to everybody, I believe every one of you can take this to the top. Let's do this together and just lock arms. And thank you, LifeVantage. Thank you for the corporate side for all the efforts and everything that you guys have done in our team. Thank you.
I wish I'd known in the beginning that the biggest obstacle I would face was me. You gotta work on that meaty part between your 2 ears. You gotta change your mindset, and that's painful. It hurts. You're gonna face rejection. You're gonna face obstacles. You're gonna face pessimism and negativity. They're going to tell you involved in a pyramid scheme. You're going to you're going to be told that those things don't work. You're going to be told no one likes you, and that's just from your family. So you've got to change that mindset, and again, it's painful. And I remember what a coach told me once, that pain is what you feel when weakness is leaving the body. So you're going to feel that pain, you're going to feel the frustration, and work on yourself. Everything is laid out for you. This company makes you bulletproof. So work on yourself and get out of your own way and get this done.
Well, I know now that any type of personality can do this business. I think I was afraid of network marketing because my personality is not the woohoo guy. So 3 years ago, I came to my very first Elite Academy in Las Vegas. It was awful, it was painful, I spent a lot of money. I was the only one in my team that came. I needed to show them they needed to come, so that's why I did it. But I was sitting like in the back seat of the rows, but if you recognize my face by now, I always sit right here, and I'm gonna be sitting right here. But I was afraid. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was weird. But then Mark Sato came to stage. And I said, I can do this business because he's doing the business, because he's at the top, and I kind of have the same personality that he does. So let's give it a try. So I know now that. I also know that life is better in a team. I know now that before I didn't know that. I was trying to do the things on my own. I know now that I could have listened to this information, I could have had this opportunity 10 years from now, 5 years from now. But I was part of the people that had the opportunity to put their stamp in different parts of the world. I had the opportunity to be part of the leadership of this company. So I'm taking the fact that I was the first was to listen to this information as a mission. And I'm duplicating that on my team. So we're very, very serious about giving the information and bringing as many people as we can to bless them to be part of the pioneers stage of this company. And I also know now that my business is as big as my personal volume. So that is going to keep me humble, to keep helping people in my team, not only trusting that my organization is because of what they do. My business is as big as my personal volume. So that's what I know now.
I would probably say in the beginning, I used to buy people's excuses for not attending these events. I used to, if they couldn't go, I would say, okay. Don't do that anymore. You guys have all been here. You know how powerful it is. You heard what Eric Worre said about $1,000 per person. Don't buy their excuses whenever you go back home. Instead, just grab the credit card and sign them up for a convention. Sign up for Elite Academy. That's what I would do.
All right, didn't I say I was super excited backstage when I was chatting with these individuals? This is your elite panel at Global Convention. Can you help me? Big round of applause for them. They have amazing stories, amazing people. Big round of applause. Thank you so much.
From the soft glow of youth to the confident beauty of adulthood, nothing slows the steady advance of time. But thanks to advances in skincare science, the radiance of youth isn't lost forever. You can visibly turn back the clock and recapture the beauty of younger skin. How? The True Science Skincare Regimen from LifeVantage.
The loss of skin elasticity, wrinkles, and discoloration will eventually happen to all of us. But True Science has the power to visibly transform the signs of aging on your face. True Science is a multi-step regimen with patent-pending formulas that use NRF2 technology and natural ingredients to bring back the youthful glow of beauty to your skin. And it is so effective, you won't believe the results until you try it yourself. The first step is to wash your skin with ultra-gentle facial cleanser, bathing your skin without stripping away vital, protective natural oils. Next, apply True Science Perfecting Lotion. It visibly improves skin tone, smooths and brightens, and reduces discoloration, bringing back a youthful glow. Once your skin is clean and glowing, smooth on the True Science Eye Corrector Serum to reduce the visible signs of aging around your eyes, like puffiness and that dreadful tired look. Lastly, gently apply the True Science Anti-Aging Cream to your skin to moisturize, reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and restore firmness and elasticity to your face. Does it really work? In an 8-week clinical study, participants reported dramatic improvements in the appearance of their skin. 95% said their skin was markedly better hydrated. 94% said their skin was noticeably smoother. 88% saw their skin as brighter and more luminous, while 87% noticed younger looking skin. Finally, 82% observed a dramatic change in the number of fine lines and wrinkles they could see. The secret to healthy skin is actually locked in our skin cells. True Science, with enhanced NRF2 technology, unlocks the skin's own ability to manage environmental threats, contributing to cellular stress. Each True Science product is made with natural ingredients, so you know they're safe. They're 100% paraben-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, petrolatum-free, and they don't contain any artificial colorants. Twice daily use of the True Science skincare regimen is the smart way to visibly younger skin. You can't stop time from passing, but you can instantly restore and replenish the visible beauty it steals from your face with the True Science skincare regimen, available only from LifeVantage. LifeVantage, activated by science, inspired by life.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage LifeVantage Chief Sales Officer, Justin Rose.
Back to what I was saying. This would be Thank you, Brandon, coming here. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're the only one standing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good afternoon. What did you think about that elite panel? They're right backstage. Why don't you show them some love real quick? That is what this business is all about. Inspirational stories just like that. That was very, very enjoyable to hear. I have a few minutes with you this afternoon, and I wanted to talk to you about a few things that Darren introduced in his opening comments on Thursday. And for those of you that were in Kansas City, I kind of ended my story with you talking a little bit about the generational income potential that you have when you build a business like this. But that generational income is only available to you if the company is around to pay it. Does that make sense? So many of you may have heard a little bit about the Vima lawsuit that took place just recently. And you might have heard a little bit of the details of why they were in the spotlight. And I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things we're doing at LifeVantage to protect your business. As soon as we heard that there was an investigation into Vima, Darren Jensen immediately went to our legal department, who then reached out to two separate industry legal teams to find out how would we have done had this search been done on LifeVantage. And I'm happy to say we would have done okay. We would have been okay. But there were some things that Darren felt like the team should get together just to make sure that we continue to kind of be the standard, to be the leader in what a company should and shouldn't do in this industry. So, a few of the changes that you're going to see. Yeah, you can clap for that. A few of the changes that you're going to see starting in the month of December is that all product orders that are from your preferred customers and retail customers will be able to allow you to participate fully in the compensation plan. All right? So what does that mean? That means, wait, I don't have to place a personal order? Well, no, you don't have to place a personal order, but who wouldn't place a personal order? These are the best products on the planet, right? So you actually can participate in the bonus, in the compensation plan fully with preferred customer and retail customers. A platinum pack purchase will now no longer be required to participate in the platinum pool. Okay? We will still talk about the platinum pool. We will still endorse the platinum pool. And I think you've heard that every Pro 10 that we have at LifeVantage came in on the highest package that was available at the time. And so it makes sense for that, but it's not required for you to participate in the bonus pool. It's just required for you to get the 5,000 in volume to participate. Also, all the language in the compensation plan will now refer to product purchases. So we'll be much more clear in the fact that it's about product purchases. We also will no longer require an auto ship. It's not required, but it definitely is an advantage, correct? And so we will continue to talk about all the benefits and features of auto ship, but it won't be a requirement any longer in the month of December. And this is something that I've already noticed about LifeVantage. We won't see excessive lifestyle claims, but we will continue to talk about lifestyle. You just won't see it in an excessive format, which is pretty much the standard as we have been in the past. We also will be changing the Fast Start bonus to the Smart Start bonus. And so this is just a clarification of a word that seemed to trigger a little bit of uneasiness for the Federal Trade Commission, so we are getting away from it, and we are at the Smart Start bonus and the Smart Start pool. The requirements will remain the same. So, what do you think? Not too many changes. I actually think they're positive changes, and again, just future steps and more steps to assure that our business is here for you for the long term. So let me talk to you a little bit about some international updates. For those of you that are here from outside the United States and those interested in building in those markets, I'd like to start by talking to you a little bit about the great country of Japan. So it was just earlier this month that Darren, myself, Bob Urban, and some of the Pro 10s, Brandon Cunningham, Seth, and Mark were with us, had a fantastic Elite Academy with our group in Japan in Yokohama. And there we launched the Pro 5 Acceleration promo, which was very well received. They also had the introduction of the Platinum Packs there. And they will see in November of 2015 of this year, a launch we will launch the enhancements to the compensation plan that complement the new pack configuration, so they will be completely aligned with what we do here in the U.S., making it much simpler for you to do business there. All right, how about Canada? There's our Canadians, but let's try this again. If you are in the country of Canada or plan to do business in the country of Canada in the future, how about Canada? See, that just felt better to me. Okay. So Canada, your Platinum Pool and your Platinum Packs will be introduced on November 16th. So I said your platinum pool and your platinum packs will be available on November 16th. That's right, I know you've been waiting for those. Well, I was in the Canadian meeting and I was talking about the new platinum packs and the guy was like, I want a pool with that. Can I get a pool? Yes, you get your pool. Evo will also launch in mid-November. The registration process of Axio has begun. We're looking at bringing you 2 flavors to begin with, and we will have the Microlift Serum available shortly as well. Canada. All right, so if you are currently doing business or plan to do business in the country of Mexico, we have great things going on in Mexico. Enrollments are up over 200%. We have discovered some amazing leaders. We are really excited about the future of Mexico. The launch of Microlift Serum will be there in November. The registration process of Axio has begun for Mexico. We do have new LifeVantage and Platinum Pack configurations in process. And we are proud to announce that there will be a ribbon cutting event in Mexico City on November 12th, 2015. So, for those of you that are doing business or plan to do business in the Philippines, okay, that's not very many people. If you are doing business or plan to do business in the Philippines, I like to hear. I'm excited to announce that we have now registered both Protandem and True Science and have started the product registration of Axio with 2 flavors to be available soon. And in the month of December, we plan to create new packs and the compensation plan enhancements there will go live that month as well. How about those doing business or planning on doing business in the future in Hong Kong? All right. We have a new product launch. The Microlift Serum will be there at the new year. We also have the new Platinum Pack, which will be launching with a Platinum Pool bonus at that time. And some dude named Justin Rose is going to, is that like the professional golfer? November 19th, we'll be at the Hong Kong office from 7 to 9. So mark your calendars and be there. All right. How about those doing business or wanting to do business in Thailand? Beautiful office there, and we will be hosting our very first red carpet experience at the office on November 20th. I will be there on the 21st doing a recognition celebration there for the great people of Thailand, as well as we have just started our registration process for Axio and the Microlift Serum there. How about the great people and those that plan to do business in Australia? Oh yeah. So Australia, we launched the Pro 5 Accelerator in September. It ends this month. We plan on extending that for you. In the month of November, we will have our new packs that will reflect the new format of 250 PV, 500 PV, and 1000 PV with the appropriate pricing and bonuses that go with that. The introduction of a Platinum Pool will happen in the month of November. The Microlift Serum will be there for the month of November. We have started the registration process of Axio for Australia, and they will get their very first Leadership Academy, the first of the new year. All right, so now is our future markets. And I have to tell you, I worked really, really hard on how I was going to introduce the new markets that we're going to. And then it showed up at Darren's presentation, and I was a little hurt by that because I had this vision that this globe was going to be turning, and you guys are going to be so excited. So will you just help me out here real quick? Let's pretend that we don't know where we're going right now. But I do want to tell you, since we're pretending, you have so many people in the UK and the Netherlands ready to do LifeVantage. If it happened to be one of those countries, that was going to take you straight to Pro 10. Pretend with me, all right? So that could happen. And I'm saying, hey, Where are we going to next? What countries could the company be working on? And it happens to be the UK and Netherlands. Yeah! We did that just for you. So we are so excited. And again, this is a process we're working on very quick. We're going to make sure that the communication is coming very quickly on the dates for those markets. But make sure you start reaching out to those contacts and let them know a powerful force named LifeVantage is coming. All right, one more exciting thing to talk about, and that is where we all are going in June. That's right. We are cruising together, all 6,500 of us, right? So I'm gonna borrow this from Skip Campbell. Can I borrow this from him? Skip does such a great job in helping you visualize things. I'm going to go ahead and try it. I'm not as good as he is. But imagine getting on an airplane in your home city, flying across the ocean, landing in a beautiful location like Barcelona, Spain. And there, as you come down the escalator, you have someone that has your name on a piece of paper. It's pretty cool. It's in Spanish, but it's your name. So, as you get down to the bottom of the escalator, they kind of walk you through the process. You get down to your hotel for that evening. You get to spend the day in beautiful Barcelona, Spain. And then the next day, you're getting on the most magnificent ship you've ever seen. This ship is like an adult playground. It has everything you can imagine on it. And as you're doing all the things that you do on a cruise ship, you are doing them with some of your favorite people, like Darren Jensen, like Tyler and Marcel. You're getting to rub shoulders with the pro 10s that you always wanted to see and talk to. And every morning is a new experience. Every morning when you wake up, you're in a new location. In fact, the very first day, you happen to be in the Palma de Mallorca, which I've never been to, but I imagine that it is gorgeous and beautiful. It looks exactly like you would expect Spain to look like. The next day, I have been to Marseille, friends, and I have to tell you, it is so picturesque. It is a little village that sits right on the sea. It is absolutely gorgeous. We will be there for a full day. The next day, we will actually be in Florence in Pisa shopping. And I can see Geraldo and Colton doing those silly little shots holding up the Tower of Pisa. Can you see that? Can you imagine it? Making those facial expressions. And you want one too, and so you're doing it with them. The next day, we're going to Rome, Italy. Can you imagine touring the Vatican, seeing the Colosseum? Just unforgettable day there. Naples, Italy is next. What more can you ask for in terms of city after city after city? Then a day at sea, which is a day of learning, a day of training, being again able to rub shoulders with all of the elites and understanding and hearing and learning from them. Landing back in Barcelona, Spain on day 8. Should we get a bigger boat? I need to know right now. Should we get a bigger boat? Okay. We're going to work on, I don't know if we can actually get a bigger boat. I mean, come on. It's really big already. But we'll see if we can get some more rooms. Let's talk about how to qualify real quick. All right? First of all, you can come on this trip and have the experience of a lifetime, an experience that most of us have never experienced before, for just 200 points. Or you can do even better than that and get an upgraded experience with additional inclusions for 250 points. Then 300 points, even more. And if you happen to be one of the top 30-point earners, forget about it. This experience is out of this world. So the name of the game, get as many points as you possibly can get. Let me tell you how you get your points. First, you can earn points by personally enrolling preferred customers. Every preferred customer that you enroll in the month of October all the way to the end of February gets you 1 point. For every Freedom Pack that you sign a distributor up with, you get a point. For every Vantage Pack, you get 2 points. For every Platinum Pack, 4 points. You can also earn points with new enrollees that are on auto ship. So if you bring in someone in the month of October on 100 PB auto ship and they order every single month, they stay consistent on their auto ship, that's 6 points. 1 point for every month that they order. If you do a 200 point auto ship, that's 12 points for the term of the contest. Also, you can earn points by advancing in range. Our Pro 1 through 3s will get 2 points. Our Pro 4s through 6 will get 5. Our Pro 7s through 9s will get 10 points per range. So if you go Pro 1 to Pro 5, you can add that up. I think that's about 16 points that you would earn right off the bat. You can also earn points by the rank advancement of your personally enrolled distributors. Again, for those that you personally enrolled at rank advance, you're going to get 2 points if they rank advance from Pro 1 to 3. You're going to get 3 points if they do 4 to 6, and you'll get 5 points when they go Pro 7 to Pro 9. All right? And then how about the Platinum Pool? If you participate in the Platinum Pool, every time you get a share, you'll get 5 points each. All right? Another way to get 5 points for the pool. And then there is the show special, and I hope you've taken advantage of this. For every $500 in microlift serum, you're earning 5 points. And for every $1,000 in microlift serum, you're earning 15 points. And that's for a possible total of 40 points. If you order 3,000 or more in microlift serum, that would equal 40 points. And we are going to extend that offer so that you can take that offer home with you for other people that unfortunately are not here, and they will be able to purchase and earn points from October 24th through November 7th. All right? So, I don't know if I quite did it the justice that Skip did, but I am excited to see you in June. And we are going to have a fabulous, fabulous cruise. I encourage you to take the information that you've learned this weekend and work with your upline. Set a plan. You should be walking away here with a set plan of activities that's going to get you on this cruise in June. And we can't wait to see you there. Thanks, everyone. Have a fantastic afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome LifeVantage Senior Vice President of Business Development, Ryan Thompson.
All right. Guys, give it up one more time for Justin. Who want to expand globally? Sounds like a lot of fun. All right, well, let's tighten those shoelaces and get it done. Our next presenter is somebody who I met a long time ago. And he, in fact, was the very first person from Japan that I met in LifeVantage. And he got an airplane and he flew to our very first office. Back when we still had cables coming from the walls, as a matter of fact. So, a visionary and a pioneer. And oftentimes we talk about how we don't want to use our rear view mirrors. No rear view mirrors. But something about that rear view mirror, you always catch a glimpse of your own face. And it's important that when you see yourself in that rear view mirror, that you recognize yourself. And you haven't changed so much that you're unrecognizable. And when I think about this next presenter, who happens to be a Master Pro 10, he always puts that smile on my face, reminds me of who we were when we got started as a company, and that no matter how big we grow, how far we stretch as a company, there is always a core that's here with us. So with that, it's a great privilege and honor to introduce the first person I ever met from LifeVantage Japan, the one and only Mr. Ushio Harada.
Thank you. Sorry about the beep, I couldn't hear it.
Thank you all for giving me this opportunity to be here at the Global Convention and speaking to LifeVantage family. I'd like to have a moment and to thank corporate executives and the agency for everything you have done for us. And I also would like to thank all the Japanese distributors who are here with us today. Please forgive me if there is any part that I am speaking Japanese English during my speech. I am the newest person who joined Master Program. Let's say I am like a baby born. Don't you think I look like baby too? I also talked about this story at Kansas City, and since then, everyone called me Baby Protect. I would like to give this Baby Protect to next Master Protect. Is it you? Please look at this picture. This is me about 5 years and 9 months ago. It is a month after I joined LifeVantage. I am not here to tell everyone how skinny and great looking I was back then. Seth looked much skinnier before, right? Oh, well, Mark hasn't changed a bit. This is a picture when I started the business. I had great confidence in LifeVantage, and I knew this business will be amazing. That in fact, I was imagining about multiple level marketing industry. I had experience on this industry more than 10 years. But I was not going so well. At the time, we did not have much money. We went all over Japan and slept on the floor with just one blanket. However, there was any doubt myself about this business will be successful. Why? Because Seth told me that I can be Master Protect within 3 months. Well, Seth was only Pro 6. Of course, I learned many lessons from different leaders, and those helped me to grow and makes me who I am now. One of the leaders taught me this: if you want to make Americans happy, I will teach you how. He said to me to point out finger at someone and say, "Through my finger." So I did. funny. I learned other things. Before grand opening, Chris Michael came to Japan with Mark Shisato. He came all the way to Japan to tell LifeVantage story to just one person. But Chris was only Pro 3 or 4 back then. He came to Japan for one person even though he could not speak any Japanese. His friends did not accept that business, but I got inspired by his person toward to business. Also learned we need to make action. It was great. Chris Michael, where are you? Thank you for all you did. LifeVantage gave me a light and hope into my life. One of my life is this. Many US leaders show family picture. Compare with that, my family is small. 2 and 1 dog. I met my wife, Fumie, at one of the seminars. I would not be Master Protein without her support. From bottom of my heart, I am appreciating her about love her. Oh, don't forget our daughter named Maho. Everyone said we are look alike. I named her after a beautiful beach called Maho Beach in St. Martin in Caribbean. It was my dream to go to Maho Beach for a long time. I don't know how many times I watched website and picture. LifeVantage gave a dream come true. It was Caribbean trip 3 years ago. After this trip, my daughter Maho became my family. Because of this, she's my dream dog. This picture we are look alike. Don't you think? Look at our figure and height. Like father and son. I get excited hearing Darren's vision. I get excited when I talk to him. My mind has not changed for 6 years. I am still remember one thing that always in my mind. facts he said. LifeVantage is just getting started. This company is 6 years. We have many great products and has 10 master projects. Knowing that he still said the company just started. This is his vision and also vision of LifeVantage. Maybe a company with a little better product. Maybe a company with little good timing. This company is not a company you can compare with any other company. I don't think those companies will last more than 10 years. I believe LifeVantage is a company that I can pass to my grandchild. This is why I am working so hard. This is great company, but there is successful and unsuccessful people in LifeVantage. Why? LifeVantage is all about filtering by those who you sponsored. The point reflects your growth and change. Not everyone can be successful. This is fair business. Your action will pay you back. Your growth will pay you back. But you cannot do business by your own in LifeVantage. Please look around. You will see many who also have dreams. If you want to be successful, there are uprights who can guide you through. We are a team, everyone. If you change yourself as much as your dream is, your dream will surely come true. Your level of certainty will speed up your organization. Your feelings for LifeVantage reflect your group. Your thoughtful consideration makes your group stronger. To be myself. To have true happiness with family. To be happy with your group. Let's do our best together. Let's do our best together. Love LifeVantage. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage LifeVantage Vice President of Communications and Corporate Partnerships, John Jim.
As long as I got my suit and tie, I won't give it up on the floor tonight. And you got mixed up to the nines. I'll show you a real man. All dressed up in black and white, and you're dressed in that dress I like. Love is swinging in the head tonight. Show you a real man.
I know I'm no Herbert Harris. I get it. I can't dance like Herbert. Sorry. Hello, LifeVantage. How's everybody feeling on a Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock? We all awake here? We're all live? Eat. So, as you can hear, it's interesting. I walk around now and people come up to me and they say, so what do you do now? What do you do now with the company? And aside from having almost every letter of the alphabet in my title, really what I do as the Vice President of Communications and Corporate Partnerships, our sole focus is to generate awareness and credibility for LifeVantage, for our company, for our products. So as you're out there talking to people about the business, about the company, about the opportunity, and about our products, it's not such a cold call. It's not such a confused dog look when you mention LifeVantage and people kind of tilt their head. Right? So we're out there trying to generate awareness for the company. From the communication side of things, what we're trying to do, what our objective is to create and disseminate simple and concise messaging about the company and our products. And when I say simple and concise, there are a lot of long medical terms that describe things that can be described very simply. Years ago, I was told I had epicondylitis tendini. I went and looked that up. It's tennis elbow. That's the truth. Check it out. Right? But there are more simple ways to say things. And so from a communications perspective, it's our job to create simple, to create compelling, to create easy to understand, and most importantly, easy to repeat and duplicate content for all of you. So that when you're out talking about the company, right, it makes it a lot easier. A lot easier for you to be out talking about the business, to be out talking about the company. So when you're out talking to people, and then the other part of what we're doing, one of our biggest objectives is to provide a platform for sharing that with you. To get that information into your hands. So you're not out spending time looking and searching for it, right? But creating a central repository that you know where you can go to get that information, to get educated about the company, to get educated about our products. And it makes it a much easier task for you as you're out building your business, as you're out talking to people about the business and about the company, to have those repeatable, duplicatable sound bites. The other part of what we do from a corporate partnership perspective, I think by now everyone in this room knows that we are the Jersey front sponsor for Real Salt Lake. So to leverage that partnership, and again, to generate awareness for our company and our products, that's why we got into the partnership in the first place. But it's so much more than just generating awareness. I'm going to share with you in the next little bit the exposure that we get. And some of that is pretty much a no-brainer because we know that soccer is the fastest growing sport in the world. We know that Major League Soccer, the US version of Major League Soccer, is the fastest growing sport in the world. That's why we did it. To generate that additional exposure for our company. And why we partner with Real Salt Lake isn't because they're right outside our window, which they actually literally are. We partner with Real Salt Lake because of the quality of the team, because of the quality of the organization. And again, based on their success, they brought us even more exposure. But the other part of what we do to try and leverage the relationship with Real Salt Lake with Major League Soccer is create business building opportunities for all of you. So I partner with Major League Soccer, I partner with the individual teams themselves, and then I partner with all of you to host pre-game tailgate events, to host opportunity meetings and Super Saturdays and Super Sundays, And then we come out to those meetings and we speak on your behalf at those meetings. You know, I want to share with you a huge success story that we had in Vancouver, Canada. Where's my Canada peeps? So we had 2 events in Canada because Real Salt Lake, they're in the same division, so we wound up going up to Vancouver twice. And the first time we went up, we hosted a meeting on Vancouver Island. We had almost 70 people there at the meeting. The following day, we hosted a pregame tailgate. Again, we had almost 100 people at the pregame tailgate, and then we went over to the game to watch the game. It's an experience. When you bring a guest to those games, when you bring a guest to the pregame tailgate events, it's a cultural experience. They get to meet the people within LifeVantage. They get to meet other distributors. They get to meet other guests. It's more of exposing people to the culture of the company. And then they go to those events and they go to those games and they see 20 to 23,000 people in the stands. And then the team comes out. And there's LifeVantage plastered across their chest. And there's LifeVantage on their sweatsuits. It's been an experience for people. And in Vancouver, we went back in the audience. 90 of those people were guests. There were 2 gentlemen in the crowd that were guests at the first event that had signed up to be distributors, and they had 23 guests with them in the audience. That's leveraging the partnership. That's leveraging the sponsorship. And you know, we try to go all out with these tailgate events. You know, these are just photos from some of the events that we hosted. You know, this is Vancouver. This is in Colorado. This is in San Jose. They're great business building opportunities. You know, we hosted a meeting in Houston, in Dallas, and there was a gentleman that was at the opportunity meeting, and he was standing against the wall, and he had this sourpuss face, and he kind of lightened up as we went over to the pregame tailgate. It might have had something to do with the cash bar that we had there, but he lightened up a little bit. During the game, we got down to our seats, and he kind of looked at us and said, pretty good seats, this is pretty cool. By the end of the game, he was asking us questions. By the end of the game, he was in the parking lot with Brad Dixon for 1 hour and 40 minutes. By the end of enduring Brad Dixon for 1 hour and 40 minutes, he was a LifeVantage distributor. That's leveraging the relationship. That's using it to build your business. Why Major League Soccer? It is the fastest growing sport in the world. There are 20 clubs in 22 clubs in 20 North American cities. You can see the coverage that we have coast to coast. They all see this. Every time they turn on a Real Salt Lake game, they see this. They see the name blasted across the front of the jersey. There are 113 million fans in the United States. In-stadium attendance this season alone is 6.6 million fans through the turnstiles. They average 21,000 people in those seats per game. There are 150 sellouts, 150 plus because they don't count the playoffs. 150 sellouts this season. And that's exposure for LifeVantage. Every time they touch a ball, every time they step on a field. Television viewership, they signed a huge deal this past offseason with ESPN, Fox Sports 1, and Unimas. For the audience of 18 to 34, ESPN, just year over year, we've seen a 77% increase in viewership for that audience. Fox Sports 1, 65%. And Unimas, 28%. And that Unimas exposure is global exposure, but this is what they're seeing. They're not just seeing the name on the jersey. This literally is a screenshot from the DC United game. They're seeing the field boards. They're seeing the sweat tops. They're seeing this type of exposure. And with the Unimas contract, we now have global exposure. Based on their success, Real Salt Lake played 9 games, 9 regular season matches on the global stage. And what does that mean for us? That means that they're playing, those games are being telecast live in the Middle East, in North Africa, Abu Dhabi, Brazil, China, Lebanon, Europe, Singapore. That gives us the opportunity to tell people to tune in those areas. That gives people the opportunity to see our name. before maybe you ever have that conversation, or maybe after you've had that conversation, they're still on the fence. But it gives us that opportunity to have that name in front of them, so it's not such a foreign concept to them. We also, they're averaging 412,000 households per game. Now, a household is literally that. That's not viewers, that's households. A household is they count 2.8 people. I'm assuming the 0.8 is for the short guys in the house like me. That's 2.8 viewers per household. These are actual viewership numbers. These weren't pie in the sky estimates. That's 1.2 million viewers seeing our games on a global stage. That's the exposure we're talking about from this partnership. The CONCACAF tournament play, Real Salt Lake actually just advanced into the next round. So again, our games are being broadcast live in Guatemala and El Salvador in the first round, and now we'll be playing in the games being broadcast live because we've advanced South America, Central America, Canada, and the Caribbean. What Major League Soccer has done is they've duplicated what international soccer has done. They have set times that you can watch the games now. And that actually is very important. I mean, how many of you are actual soccer fans that get up at 5 a.m. to watch the European League games on Saturday and Sunday mornings? You know exactly what channel they're on. You know exactly what time they're playing. Major League Soccer has adopted the same strategy. So there are set times on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays for the games to be televised. Again, this is an actual live screenshot from the LA Galaxy Real Salt Lake game. Front and center, LifeVantage. Not just on the jersey, but in the stadium. And from a global exposure perspective, I'll go back. I don't know what you did. He told me the map was going to take a minute to load. He jumped right past. There we go. From a global exposure perspective, this is the coverage. This is the... It just doesn't want to be on there. Loading. There we go. This is the colored areas are where the games are actually being televised live. And so you can see the coverage. And you're talking about global expansion and the markets we're moving into. You can see that there's coverage in those areas. And again, it's something that you can leverage as you're out talking to people. You know, there were some all the added periphery things that we never banked on when we signed the deal with Real Salt Lake. We had no idea that Real Salt Lake was going to have the success they were going to have. We had no idea that Kyle Beckerman was going to have the success that Kyle was having. Kyle wasn't even on the men's national team when we signed the deal. Kyle made the team, Kyle wound up in the starting lineup, and then Kyle wound up getting invited to be on the cover of FIFA Xbox. He elected to wear his Real Salt Lake jersey. Now these are downloadable covers. I'm not going to stand here and tell you that you're going to see these in the stores, because you're not. You'll see them as downloadable covers. But as downloadable covers, the first one with Kyle Beckerman from 15, that was on the website of Major League Soccer and on FIFA. It had over 2 million downloads last year. The cover this year with Hobby and Kyle already has over 1 million downloads. That's the people going in, and the players are wearing the LifeVantage jersey in the game. So any kids in the room, you don't have an excuse to play FIFA soccer. You can tell your parents you're supporting the business. Mom, I'm just exposing my friends to the business. That's all I'm doing. The other thing we never banked on was the global exposure that we would get from being on the side of a Pepsi can. Again, Kyle Beckerman's success, that's literally off of a can. It's a bit grainy because I took the picture in my office, but it is a Pepsi can. That can was distributed throughout the world. This past year, Nick Raimondo was featured on a Pepsi display. Pepsi happens to be a major global sponsor for Major League Soccer, but they're also a local sponsor for Real Salt Lake. So these are the kind of things that came in as added bonus. The other thing we are is we're on the header. As the Jersey Front sponsor, we are their single largest sponsor. So as that, we got the prime real estate on their website. They just had a redesign, and you can see front and center, right next to the Real logo, is the LifeVantage logo. This site averages 40,000 unique month. And this is tied to, there's a bar across the top is each of the Major League Soccer teams. So people can click back and forth through. So we're getting the exposure throughout the league. And then, I can't argue with this. And even this story. I'm sitting there at a game in Colorado. I'm sitting right next to their VP of Communications. And his phone rings and I hear him on the phone. He says, yeah, in the next hour? I think so, let me check. Well, let me ask the sponsor first. And he turns to me and he says, hey, Snoop Dogg is playing in Salt Lake. If we can get him a jersey there in an hour, he'll wear it. Is that okay with you? No, I don't want him wearing my jersey. Of course it's okay. And the coolest thing about this for us was that Snoop Dogg's publicist picked it up. They posted 60 pictures on his site. And that social sharing that I was talking about earlier, providing content for each of you that you can share, we posted this to our Facebook page 64,000 times it was shared by our people. 64,000 times. We put it out on Twitter. It had over 212,000 retweets. Right? That's giving it, that's arming you with content that you can share with people. How many other companies can say Snoop Dogg is repping their jersey? The other part of this is, you know, as we are out bringing awareness and credibility to our company and to our products, we felt it really important to build out the LifeVantage Sports Science Lab. And so what we've done is we have provided, really the objective of the lab is to measure and evaluate players' response to training stress. And since our products do specialize in cellular stress, we thought, yeah, it might be a match. Maybe we'll test it. So throughout the organization, the players are using Protandem, they're using Axio, they're using some of our other performance products, and we're testing the impact of those products on the players and their ability to perform in game, to perform in practice, to recover. Right? So what we've done is we've gone out and we purchased equipment for the team that the players actually wear during practice, and they're monitoring very closely the cellular stress profiles. And they're adjusting their workouts and their recovery programs around it. So it's a win-win for both companies. And bonus for us, they're implementing nutrition and supplement interventions with those players. And so, you know, what we're able to do by being throughout their organization, they have a developmental academy that's here in Tucson, Arizona, that has players that are from 14 to 25. So we have professional performance athletes from the ages of 14 to 35 using our products. We've actually done, I can tell you this last piece, we've actually done testing on the players. So at the preseason, we took samples from the players. At mid-season, we took samples from the players. And on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, because the season will be over, we'll take additional samples from the players. And then they are going to run those through stress test. And we'll be able to publish at a high level the results that we've seen throughout the Major League Soccer season. Our products. So now, you all know what I actually do. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.